Good morning, Washington! How y'all doing, everybody? It is Dave TV for the 11th. The 11th! All around the cosmic world, Dave TV! So how you doing? The 11th of March. How y'all doing? So, anyhow, what's the big news, baby? The big news is, I guess this was in All Access yesterday, so what the hell, we're going to do this. Don Geronimo forms Dream Team for next project. Oh yeah, the latest on Don Geronimo's plans once he's done with this CBS radio contract is his next project will involve some of his players from his past. In a tweet today, Don Geronimo, who recently ended a brief return to CBS Sports Radio WJFK, said that his Dream Team coming in April will include Buzz Burbank and some guy from his old WKHTK show, Drew Huffar, and Slow Joe Ardinger. Now, will the show be broadcast on broadcast radio or subscription podcast? Geronimo tweeted that the deals will be new news will be coming as soon as possible. Woo. But anyhow, this was posted yesterday, right? I'm just saying. How many comments? 2! 2 comments. Okay, so let's see what the 2 comments are. Where are they here? Dream Team, give me a break. Don used to dump on Buzz like he was a red-headed stepchild. And Joe, what the hell is he going to offer? Don's a dinosaur whose biggest talent outside of his act, snicker. Yeah, Don, it was all an act. Don and Mike show was talking up records. That being a skill that no one with a right mind cares about. Thanks for destroying so many good song intros with your garble-mouthed yakking Don. And then the other one says, Dave will be listening with the beach towel handy every day. I wonder who he's talking about there. Oh, that Dave. By the way, that's not me. It says Dave. I never comment on All Access any of it. That wasn't me, believe me. I like Don Geronimo, and I would be more than happy to see him back. But here's the deal: 2 comments. Don, they've forgotten about you, baby. You've been off the. they've forgotten about you. I think he ought to link up with Jack Diamond, the Jack and Joe show. Oh, that's going to be cool radio. The Jack Diamond, the Jack and Don and Jack. Who would get first billing in a Jack Diamond, Don Geronimo show? The Jack and Don show, the Don and Jack show. Oh, that would be cool. Have these 2 old dudes kind of fighting with each other, doing a cage match every morning. Anyhow, so it looks like I can't see where Don Geronimo is going to end up on the radio in Washington. I just don't. If he's coming back to Washington, if he's going to be back on the air here, I can't see where any station that's going to pick him up unless he's paying for his own time. I just, I don't know. Some AMer, maybe that WILC 900 AM. I don't know. So let's presume that Don's going to do a podcast. The funny thing is when Don got the WJFK job last year, end of last year, he kind of dissed Mike O'Mara, saying, I'm going to be on the real radio. Mike O'Mara's been doing his own podcast for the last 3 or 4 years. His old partner there on the Don and Mike show. He kind of dissed him and said, I'm on the real radio, not that podcasty thing. So I don't know. We'll see. What do you do? So anyhow, Don Geronimo, like a case of athlete's foot, he never quite goes away. I would be happy. Honestly, it's fun. I think he's a fun guy. Crazy fun guy, and I would welcome anything more by him, but what the heck. Baby boy for Lindsay Czarniak. Here's the Washington Post today. I didn't see anything in the Post today. We have this wonderfully horrible, what is it, the style section. It's just awful. The style section. Awful, awful, awful. There's nothing in the reliable source column about Lindsay Czarniak and her baby. So anyhow, Lindsay Czarniak, who left Channel 4 a while back, married Craig Melvin, or what's his name? Craig Melvin, and then they both went to New York. He's working at NBC. She's over Bristol, Connecticut at ESPN. So they have a baby yesterday. A little boy, Delano Joseph Melvin. Congratulations to Lindsay and Craig on that. And then nothing in the Post today, which is weird. This awful paper. And then there's nothing in the Post today about Cheryl Atkinson leaving CBS News, which I thought, I guess Paul Farley's on vacation, and they figure, well, Eric Wemple wrote it up in the blog, right? His media blog. But Eric Wemple, we're not going to put Eric Wemple in the print edition. So Paul Farley gets dibs on the print edition, but Paul Farley's probably off on vacation somewhere, probably down in the Dominican Republic again. So anyhow, nobody writes it up for the print edition. So let's just not have it in the print edition. This paper is really, if you don't get it, you really don't get it, because there ain't much in it. That's sad. Watching the Post shrink. It's so sad. Whitney Wild leaves Channel 7. What a name, Whitney Wild. Anyhow, Whitney Wild, who's been a reporter there for Channel 7 for 2 years, is leaving for the 24th. Interesting. Somebody said there's rumors now that Doug Hill may leave Channel 7. He's the next one. Everybody's leaving before the big Sinclair invasion comes. They're all getting out of 7. Doug Hill, the rumor now, the rumbling is that he may be on the way out next. There's some talk over there, so we'll see. The legendary weatherman Doug Hill. So anyhow, when it happens, remember, you heard it first right here on DCRTV. And also Fox 5 has revamped its morning news. It's now called Good Day DC. Wow. All right, folks, I'm going to keep it short today. But anyhow, Don Geronimo coming back to Washington. It is a shame. I can't, not on the radio. I mean, I don't know. I can't imagine where he'd go. I mean, Dan Snyder's not going to hire him for TEM because of, basically slammed Dan Snyder over the years, and CBS has had done with him. So I don't know where Don would go. Replace Elliot at DC 101. The morning show at Big. The morning show at Big. Clear Channel, are you listening? That wouldn't be a bad place. But this Clear Channel's in the salary cutting business. They're not going to pay any money. I don't know. Anyhow, so let's stay tuned to see more about that. Oh, so I did an interview with Jonathan Schechter. I think that's his name. My Australian friend, who's the DC radio crazy guy. We talked a lot about Don, and his little podcast thing will be up tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. I'll post a link to it on DCRTV. Thanks for watching Dave TV for the 11th of March, 2014. Book 'em, Dan.